This one's the first one back since basically getting ill last week. So I'm probably going to play Jonathan if he's ill. Diseases. Sick citizens can be healed with appropriate treatment. Healthy citizen contributes to raising the health status of a district they belong to. That's good to know. I need to question citizens about the infection. This is that thing, you know, when you've not done something for a little while and you're like, I don't know where I was with this. Okay. Ask locals about possible sources of infection in the West End. Well, if my experience of the West End is anything to go by, I feel like the infection might be syphilis or chlamydia. Because I don't know what the situation was with gum clinics back in the old day, when, you know, Jonathan's doing. Okay. Now let's do this. Right, let's do this. Let's find out about the chlamydia that's obviously going on in the West End. Right. Evergreen. Was that wasn't that a big like ship that got stuck in the Suez Canal recently? I just want to say hello to the people who are watching. Do appreciate that you are there. It's always better than just shouting.
Why are vampire hunters sniffing around here? I need to find out what they're after.
Maybe because he's a vampire, aka you, fucking going about asking people about what diseases there is. And how do you know that the vampire is? You've literally done nothing. Well, I mean that has confirmed Jonathan's suspicions more so than mine. Everything that they did. In fact, I'm a vampire's probably got shit all to do with this. Like, you don't know that I'm a vampire from that far away. All you're doing is just shooting at someone. And that... So if you die in the middle of the street because of that, that's on you, innit? Alright, I'm gonna eat some rats.
This is despicable.
And Jonathan's gonna whinge about it, but this is...
I have this thirst for blood.
Like, you killed your sister.
This is despicable.
So it's definitely not the worst thing you've done recently.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
I can, Jonathan. Who are you saying that to,
This
as
is
well?
despicable.
Bizarre. What does that say? Quarantine, influenza. Health by order of the Order Health. It probably says hands, face, space, so... let's eat another rat. This is quality Twitch content.
Have this thirst for blood.
Eating rats and... Get over there.
This woman's body has multiple lacerations. They're deep, too. Whoever did this was driven by rage.
And maybe a vampire. Not too high and mighty to not steal a stuff up, are you, Jonathan? Oh, multiple lacerations. I'll show off my medical degree. Oh. Oh yeah, just a common thief though, aren't you, Jonathan? You're gonna nick everything? Well, I mean, I don't know if that's more me or Jonathan, but it's definitely given me the option to do that, so I am.
He had his tongue removed and his eyes gouged out. He was a victim of brutal torture.
Kinky. I don't know what part of this is Jonathan asking about, you know, infection.
This one's neck is broken. He was young. Probably the son.
Again, nothing about infections. As far as I'm aware, there's no infection to give you a broken neck. Steal his stuff. Oh, I'm very sorry about your son. Oh, have you seen all the stuff that was in our cabinets? I'm very sorry about your son. That's a dreadful hairline, that.
You thought I was dead too, didn't you? No, I was just pretending. Doris told me I could have been a great actress.
Not with that
You
face.
killed your family.
They mocked my talent.
Oh, right. Hold on. Let's do what Jonathan does best, which is sight stuff in the face. I'm not even that bothered that I stole all your stuff now.
I've never seen such a radical mutation. Could it be a new stage in the disease's evolution?
Definitely chlamydia. That was bullshit. That was absolute bullshit. Absolute bullshit. That killed me. Is this a new thing in the disease's evolution? And I'm just gonna breathe in all this smoke. You're supposed to be a doctor, Jonathan. Absolute idiot. And again, I don't know if that's more on me, but absolute idiot, Jonathan. Better. I hope I don't have to fucking steal all that stuff again. That's good. Right, let's talk to the ugly woman. You know what? Because I know you're a dick, I'm gonna steal all your stuff in front of you now. Yeah, I'm gonna steal every last bit before I speak to you. You thought I was dead. I thought you were dead fucking annoying. Letter from the Fletcher Acting School. Dear Elsa, it's with the greatest joy that I confirm this letter of your acceptance as a private student into my acting school. Oh, right, so she was like, oh, I'm a dead good actor. But I bet he's going to be like, you are ugly as sin. The little scene you had the kindness to perform for me last week convinced me that you have what it takes to be a real actress. Wit, stature, courage, mentions nothing about her dreadful hair. As a private student, you'll receive my personal training and coaching. During these intense sessions, you'll be invited to stay at the school, so I strongly believe in total immersion to expose the full potential of my students. So please remember to bring night attire and anything that you may spend a week at my school. Yours sincerely, Doris Fletcher. It's a good job that was a girl, really, isn't it? Because that had major Harvey Weinstein kind of vibes to that letter towards the end. Right.
So, this girl took lessons at the famous Doris Fletcher Acting School.
Is it famous? I've never heard of it. Is it a thing? I might look that up. I think I'm going to look that up. Let's look that up right now. Doris Fletcher Acting. No. No, it is not. Which is, why not just pick a real person from around this time, or a real acting school, or RADA, or ALRA, or GSA, Guildford, all these places that would have probably not been that bothered if you gave them a reference. Right, where am I going? I'm going to steal more of your stuff because you annoyed me. Yeah. Okay, I'll have all this spare change now that you can't use it because of all those scythe marks in your face. Question citizens about the infection. I've done none of this. I'm literally just pissing about. God, Jonathan, you're not a very good detective, are you? You just get stabbed in the face and fucking raid bins and steal stuff. You're hardly a Agatha Christie fucking protagonist, are you? I'm just gonna steal from this bin because it's customary now. I know that Jonathan loves raiding the bins. Let's eat all these rats.
This is despicable.
Shut up, Jonathan.
I have this thirst for blood.
Oh no, you don't, because you're a vampire.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Like me knowing, I'm a bit overweight. I've got this thirst.
This is despicable. despicable.
Pepsi Max.
I have this thirst for blood.
Oh, right, let's try and find one person. One person. That's all I'm looking for. One person to chat to. And be like, oh, have you seen that everyone's got that weird new bite people in the head disease? Yeah. West End. There's no business like show business like biting people in the face. That's the vampire musical I assume that they're working on. Right, well, that's not where I want to be. I want to be in the West End, so Keen, if you could stay in there for me, please, Jonathan. Reed's mansion, brilliant. I don't know who that is, but I'm going to steal all of his stuff. I know I've assumed there that it's a boy, but it's the early 20th century. I'm imagining that sexism's still pretty bad right now. Right, let's chat to this person here.
Good evening, Avery.
Mr. Jonathan?
Dreadful hairline.
I can't believe my own eyes. Oh, it's a miracle. We all thought you were... Oh, sir, your poor sister. What a tragedy.
Oh, so
I
it's
know,
my mansion.
Avery. I know about my sister's murder.
Yeah,
Miss Reed expected you to return to assist with the funeral. Right up until the last minute.
Been biting people
Where
in the
have
face.
you been, Mr. Jonathan?
Biting people
We
in the face.
needed you here.
I've been biting people in the face. Right. No option to tell him that I've been biting people in the face.
I'm currently investigating sources of the epidemic in this part of town. Do you know anything useful?
Not really. Except all the MacPherson's servants resigned a few days ago. They feared becoming infected, they said.
The MacPhersons? Where do they live?
I think it's a ridge house near the railway bridge in the southern part of the district.
Oh, good. I'm going to fuck off now. This has been the only time I've been anywhere near me mum, so I might as well fuck off. How's me mother? I don't care.
I'm sorry I could not be here for Mary's funeral.
Your mother was strong, sir, but your support would have been appreciated. Apart from the priest and I, no one else attended your sister's funeral.
That's
To be
because she came
present
back
at
from the
the
dead.
funeral with you both was my dearest wish, Avery. But I'm sorry, I simply could not attend.
I would not dare to question your absence, Mr. Jonathan. All I can say is that we missed you a great deal during these difficult days.
How is my mother?
Not well, I'm afraid, sir. Miss Reed is very fragile since the police brought her back home.
The police? What happened?
Miss Reed was found walking in the streets. She kept saying she had spoken with her son and daughter.
Yep,
She's resting now.
it's true. Does she receive medical care?
Has she received appropriate medical care?
I'm taking care of Miss Reed myself. Hospitals are so overwhelmed by the epidemic that they can only accept patients infected by influenza.
Hopefully.
Perhaps we could arrange a short trip. Somewhere sunny, like France.
As if you're going to be able
She
to
has
go.
always been very fond of France. I think leaving London could do her good.
I'm afraid Miss Reed is too frail for the moment. Recently, she started going out at night without remembering it. I have to watch her carefully.
Well, you've not been watching it that fucking carefully.
What is the situation in this part of town?
For a time, the West End seemed spared by the epidemic. But the situation is getting much worse.
Have you no relatives anywhere? I'll understand if you want to take a few days to see family.
Your father managed to guarantee my earnings as long as I take care of this house, sir. My sisters are dead, and I've never met my nephews. I'll stay, sir.
You cut a sad figure. Your life in London, you bloody confirmed bachelor. Oh. I've asked him everything. Leave if you could.
Tell me the truth, Avery. Do you feel forced to stay here? Would you leave this house without the arrangement made by my father?
No, sir. I have nowhere else to go. And I promised your father I'd take care of his family as long as I live.
This house is dead, Avery. There is a curse on this family. You really should consider leaving.
If only you could have been here sooner or more often. Maybe this house would not be that empty. But you're here now, sir. So my task is not over.
You're like me, regular old Alfred, aren't you? Without any of the money or the special weapons or the coolness that Jonathan Reed had. The only thing he's got is a vague connection to bats.
You have served this family extremely well, Avery. Your support during these terrible times is much appreciated.
Then I will ask is that you take care of my own funeral if I die before the end of the epidemic.
That's fine.
No mass grave, please, sir.
That is absolutely fine. I will bite you in the face.
Goodbye, Avery. Please watch over my mother until I return.
Of course, Mr. Jonathan. But please return as soon as possible.
And then bury you in the garden. Let's find his mam. Steal everything. I don't feel as bad because this is technically all his.
Mother, good evening.
Jonathan! Is it you? Where have you been, my prodigal son?
I'm right here, Mother. I'm finally home.
Yes, for this son of mine was dead and is alive again. He was lost and now found. But where is your sister? Where is Mary?
Mary? She is gone, Mother.
I
I've
know
looked her in
she's
the
gone.
face.
The question is, when will she return as you have? I miss my grandson so much. It's been days since their last visit.
Right, let's
Have you returned to Whitechapel Cemetery since Mary's funeral?
I never want to go back to that awful place. Wait. I think I went back once. And you were there too.
yeah.
And Mary? No, that can't be true.
It was just a bad dream, Mother.
A nightmare, yes. Mary was so angry. I walked back home alone. If that kind policeman had not called Avery from the station, I don't know what would have happened.
Oh, who knows?
Tell me, Mother, how are you? All alone in this big house with only Avery to take care of you.
I'm sad most of the time. Sad that you have left me here alone.
You are
Sad that you don't
Jonathan.
tell me when you come or go.
I'm so sorry, Mother. It wasn't supposed to be like this. I was coming home. I was home. London, Thames. And then it happened.
What happened, Johnny?
I became a vampire.
I was attacked, Mother. And I've not been the same since.
The important thing is that you finally returned home. I was worried, you know. You were the last member of the family of whom I had no news. Even Mary comes more often than you.
Yep, she does. Because she's undead.
Mother, do you know what's been going on in this area?
Not really. I don't go out much due to the epidemic, and when I do, I tend to get lost.
What do you mean you get lost? I hope you don't go outside alone.
Of course not. When I go out, your father always comes with me, but he leaves me there sometimes, and I have trouble finding the way back.
Let's get this one out of the way. This one's pretty bad, isn't it?
Do you think Avery is right? Do you think I should take better care of you?
I don't blame you, but you abandoned me, son. A mother should not survive her children. It's unbearable to know you're not here anymore.
Oh, so does she know that I am a vampire?
I know I have failed you since I returned. I even watched you bury Mary from a distance. From now on, I will protect you. You have my word.
You don't have to apologize to me, Johnny. Do you think I did not notice how much you have changed?
Have I changed that much, Mother? Am I still your son?
You are still, and you'll always be. Despite your pale skin, your bloody eyes, and that echoing sadness in your voice.
Hello, Nightblade 22. I agree. Jonathan, it's a bit formal, isn't it? Even if he is a doctor, still a bit formal. Are you working on a new painting? Tell me about your hobbies.
Are you working on a new painting?
Not recently. I have trouble focusing on my subject, and my mind quickly drifts.
Oh,
It's
thank
the
you very
same
much,
thing when I try
Nightblade
to write
22.
poetry.
I recently met a talented painter with an excellent technique. I wish you two could meet. I'm sure you'd like her.
I'd be glad to meet her. What is her name? Is she famous? Is she dead too?
She's not famous, and her name is of no importance. And yes, she is also dead.
The important thing is, I hope you two get along. If she ever fancies meeting your mother, I'd be glad to welcome her into my home.
Indeed, I can check your YT because you're about to stream the same game. Do you want to put a link, and I shall sub to you on YouTube. Do you need anything?
Do you need anything, Mother? Can I help you?
I just want you to
have a
stay
look.
with me, Jonathan.
Whilst his mum's
Your room is
blathering on.
ready. I asked Avery to make your bed.
I'll stay as long as I can, I promise. Do you need anything else?
Just one thing. Stop staring at me like that.
What?
As much as I love you, it breaks my heart to look at those empty and dead eyes.
Oh, I found your Nightshade too. Right. And I have subscribed. Check out Hot Storm Productions for the subscribe on there. Right, let's see. Right, about your family. Wow, this is pretty bad, isn't it? Your family. This is his mum. This feels strained. You say Mary visits you. It's almost as if she's an undead vampire.
Why do you say Mary is visiting you, Mother? You know that's impossible.
Why should it be? Are you not standing in front of me right now? Why should it be any different with your sister?
Well, he's saying I'm not dead, but I feel like he is. Like Mary's. Oh, I hate it when this game does this. Like gives me two options that I wouldn't have picked. I'm gonna go with I'm not dead, even though you're a vampire. So I don't know what you fucking think you are, Jonathan.
But I'm not dead, Mother. I'm really here, talking to you, trying not to cry.
Oh, it breaks my heart to have to tell you this. But of course you're dead, my darling boy. Just look at you, as pale as my Mary.
I saw what Mary looked like, and she looked like the white of an egg. And Jonathan's at least got some colour to him.
But Mary really is dead, Mother.
Yes. And are you not dead too? Isn't your father dead? And my grandson? And my son-in-law? You're all gone. But you all still visit me from time to time.
Right, let's have a look.
Goodbye, Mother. Try to rest now.
Goodbye, son.
Oh, I need to
Please come back soon.
try and heal her as well. One moment.
Hello again, Mother.
Jonathan, back already. Good, good. I was just about to go outside to find you.
I've literally
You
been stood
shouldn't
in front
stay
of you.
away for so long.
I've literally just closed the box and then reopened
Do
it.
you need my medical attention, Mother?
I'm all right, son. Don't worry about me.
Do you need my medical attention, Mother?
I'm all right, son. Don't worry about me.
Goodbye,
Right,
Mother.
well, you can get fucked.
Try to rest now.
Goodbye, son. Please come back soon.
I'm going to steal everything else in the house and then I'm going to fuck off. Refill all. It ain't easy being Veezy. Right, when you do your own run through of this Nightblade 22, what you want to do is watch what I'm doing and avoid doing whatever it is that I'm doing. You know, just kind of look at my stream as a kind of a warning for how to not be shit. Just learn from all my mistakes, mate. Box of pills. I'm going to keep them because there's certain districts in London where I reckon that, you know, I've been to London, so I know what it's like. I reckon I can get something for them. Right, let's... Okay, let's upgrade Jonathan. Am I able to? Yeah, I'm able to do that. This is his house. He don't give a fuck about his job though, from the looks of things. Doesn't give a shit because he's not been to his job for days. Right, let's increase his health. Let's increase that because there's certain areas in London where he's going to be going and he's going to need more syringes, much like modern day London. Let's increase his age. This next one, oh shit. Spring. You perform a supernatural move. Honestly, these all look really boring. Right, let's actually talk to people this time. going to help me. Why are you two working together? Even if you kill me, you're still going to have to deal with that fucking person who just lunged at my head. Very annoying. Well, there's someone out. It must be a fucking vampire. There's no logic in that. All you're doing is just fucking attacking a doctor, really. Because I ain't fucking killed anyone in this run through. Finsbury Gate. Well, that's not where I'm going. I want to be in the West End. Right, let's kill this guy.
Over there!
Because as pacifist as I am, I've still got dickheads to deal with. I bet that's how fucking Jeremy Corbyn felt. I bet you he just got to the point where towards the end he was like, this is getting on my tits. The amount of fucking idiots I'm having to deal with. I bet he's fucking pleased. I bet you Keir Starmer came along and he was like, brilliant. Better you than me, mate.
That building is under quarantine. Could this be what I'm looking for? It's locked, all right.
Oh, brilliant. Is this what I'm looking for? Well, fuck off. You can't go there. Oh, let's chat to this person here.
Good evening, Miss Ashbury.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reed.
Let's talk about
I'm investigating the
chlamydia.
source of the epidemic in this district. Have you noticed anything unusual recently?
A few days ago, I spotted a strange house while campaigning for women's suffrage. Awful smell. No answer when I knocked.
Where is it?
It's the Mullaneys, a nice family who live in a big house near the park in the eastern part of this neighborhood.
All right. Personal questions. Do you have a boyfriend? All right. What do you do now?
What are you doing out here?
You mean, what do I do outside at night since I am a woman? Let me ask you a question, sir. Would you ask the same question of a man?
Actually, yes. I ask the same question to everyone who dares to go outside at night, considering the risks.
Well, if you must know, I campaign for the right to vote for all women. Why should I wait to the age of 30 years when men can vote at 21?
I mean, you're not wrong. So, you suffragettes? Do you have a boyfriend?
Are you a suffragette, then? Oh, you really are Elizabeth's girl. Without a doubt.
All adult women have the right to vote in the US, in New Zealand, and in Australia. But women here can't vote unless they are property owners.
No need to convince me, Miss Charlotte. I have shared your opinion for a long time. Even before I met Emmeline Pankhurst.
Really? Oh. Now I see why my mother appreciates you so much. Too bad there aren't more men like you in the vicinity.
He fancies her.
Do you need my medical attention, Charlotte?
I am fine, Dr. Reed.
Goodbye, Charlotte.
Until I can...
Give my best regards to your mother when you see her.
She's been quite busy these last few nights. I suspect you may see her before me.
She's basically called you out there, Jonathan, for being thirsty AF, as the kids say. Hello to the people who are watching. I always like to say thank you for watching. I appreciate the fact that you're watching, because it's always nice to have confirmation that I'm not just screaming into the void. I mean, in general, like not, you know, like not just on Twitch, but oh fuck's sake! I don't want to be in Finsbury Gate. Really, you know. There you go. You should have just let me fucking stick my sight in the face, shouldn't you? It's alright, boys. Jonathan's here. I need to stab people in the head. Fuck you two. Right, and I'm gonna loot the corpses because you pissed me off. What's that say? City needs you. Oh, propaganda. Right, I need to have a moment. I'll be back in a moment. Anyone who wants to continue watching, I appreciate that you're watching. If not, I also understand that you found this boring. I'm doing some up there now. I said no, I'm doing some up there. It's good to see that my viewership actually increased during that time away. It's always good to have confirmation that nothing, literally nothing on your channel is more entertaining than the something I was doing. Right, come on. What's that say? Quarantine. Contagious disease. One shall enter or leave quarantine area without written of local health authority. An authorised employee shall alter, destroy or remove this card. Well, someone's removed it. I hope that they checked the lanyard when they did that. Violating this regulation will be fined. There you go. What else has been removed? I don't know if I'd class that as removed. Someone's just done a shit job. Raid the bins. That's what Jonathan likes to do. Raiding the bins. And crushing puffs. That's his thing. Those are his things. To be poetic. Oh, come on. How do I get in there? Is it up there? Is it up there? Is that how I do it? Right, this looks right. And stuff to steal. Brilliant. didn't like your hat. Rob your corpses because you put me out. Oh, this is like the quarantine house, isn't it? So that'll be why it's like this. You know, I've not like really spoke to anyone really. I just spoke to me mum, and she was like, you know those scruffs? They've continued to be scruffs. 1918 calendar, advent calendar. You infected the whole family. I said I wanted to leave the house. Oh, this sounds like drama. If one of these turns into like an episode of EastEnders, I'm expecting for this to be a bit like that, you know, like you've infected the whole house. I mean, I wouldn't be even that bothered if I got turned into a vampire, I don't think. I think I'd be alright with it. Alright. I didn't even get a fucking cutscene. So I didn't know, like these, they definitely look like the ones that don't have all this fucking shit going on. Alright, let's stab him in the face. And that's what Jonathan knows how to do. You've been given the power of the undead. What does that allow you to do? I like black puddings more than I did. And thank you. Let's not breathe in that, because we learned from the last time, if you breathe in dead vampires, they'll kill you for plot reasons. Okay, let's steal everything. Love letter. Darling, thank you for the precious perfume and the fur coat. I cannot wait to feel your hands on my shivering skin, but only you, my hero, can make me feel. I knew that previous letter was like a bit off. Like, I know I was kind of joking about it being like, oh, it's a bit like, oh, it's a bit of use of power, but it obviously was. Please come back to me soon, for I'm dying. Oh, right. That's just because I got That's just because I got distracted. For I'm beloved, my precious, come back to me, and I promise you a night of eternal and unbridled passion. Right now, I'm wearing nothing but your last gifts. Oh yes, I'm burning for you, and I can't wait for you to share my untamable lust. Your devoted Doris Fletcher. It's weird that was such an informal letter, and then it ended with a full name.
So the husband had an affair with Doris Fletcher?
I don't think it was the husband, I think it was the wife. I think that's them trying to throw me off the old scent.
Doris Fletcher seems to be the missing link here. It can't just be a coincidence. I should go to her acting school.
Alright, let's do that then. because I did try and fucking be nice and leave you alone.
Lively! It's on to us!
I don't even look like a vampire. I don't even look like a vampire. There's no way that you know that I was a vampire. Like, and what happens with like the fucking normal doctors? Because like he is a doctor. Like, you know, that are having to make like a house call. Find access to the theatre. Right, well, we can find that by raiding the bins, according to Jonathan. What's that say? Stay at home. Yeah, because otherwise everyone just goes, "You're a vampire!" Even though you're just fucking walking about.
I'd head back if I were you, sir. Stupid beast! Away with you!
You know what? I'm literally only doing this because I know that if I don't, you're only going to attack me first. Which I suppose is... I suppose that's kind of indoctrination. But I feel like that's what you've done to me. Alright, let's try and get into this theatre. I've already been this way before. It must be down there. If it turns out that it's just a fucking door, I'm gonna be really annoyed.
I cannot enter.
Right, cheers, Jonathan. You are fucking useless. You are absolutely useless. No wonder everyone's trying to fuck you. I mean, I don't even know why people are fucking trying to kill you at this point, because you're doing shit all. You're doing nothing other than fucking getting your 10,000 steps up. Right. I know you look like a hipster, and I know that if this was the 21st century, you'd have a fucking Fitbit. You'd be like, oh yeah, I went to tell my mum, Instagram it, and I managed to do this amount of steps. I'm gonna go. Yeah, I can teleport onto the scaffolding. I'm looking for scaffolding. I've never felt less of an alpha male than I do right now. Going, where's the scaffolding? Where is the scaffolding? There it is. Brilliant. Or is it? To the two people watching, I apologise for how boring this must be. Me trying to find an entry point of scaffolding. But, you know, hate the player, hate the game. No, don't hate the player. Hate the game, that's the thing. If you hate the player, hate the game, that means that you also hate me. I don't know what we had to load in there, but am I glad we did? Subscribe for more gripping content like this. Okay. Let's do this.
There's an open window on the second floor. I should be able to get in through that.
See that, Jonathan? You are just a fucking thief. If you were...
It's locked.
Oh, shut up. If you weren't a fucking doctor, I'll tell you this right now, you'd be a fucking con artist.
Woe to you, nations of hypocrites. For in front of you stands the tall queen.
Are you doing a
You
rehearsal?
can but
Or are you...
Can that be Doris Fletcher's voice? Where does it come from?
Intercom was, like, definitely a thing. That's what happens if you kill a vampire, it explodes into a fart. Steal. Anything else to steal before I go through? There's some rats. Oh, let's eat the rats. So Jonathan's fucking whinge
I
about it.
can't believe I'm doing this.
Oh, shut up. You've fucking done well worse than fucking eat a rat. That's probably quite low down on the list of horrible things you've done now, Jonathan.
Fit only to smirk at her soiled feet.
Go on.
Alas, poor Doris. I knew her well,
That's not the line.
and many can testify to her kindness and beauty.
This must be like a gender flipped one where Yorick's been changed to Doris and also a vampire. No, I'm not going to eat that because your blood's high enough in it, John.
Who are you? You who dared enter my realm. Are you here to worship or mock me?
I'm
Can
here
you-
to
can we
put
give
an
it a-
end to the vampire epidemic, Miss Fletcher.
You're a vampire, you fucking hypocrite.
Ah. But Doris Fletcher is no more. She was consumed by this putrid flesh that now enshrouds her.
You feel anger for what happened to you, but I can help you. I'm a doctor, Miss Fletcher.
Doris Fletcher is no more. All that remains are the dreams of the queen she was, and the queen she'll be. Until then, all shall die for That was her final wish.
Right, let's do some more stabbing in the face.
My servant.
And how do you intend to end the vampire epidemic?
Kinslayer, the disgrace will she be the queen again once they all share her fate? Your blood will be mine. My children, my beloved, die for the love of me.
Right, let's do this now. Come on. Let's fucking whack this. Right, that's annoying. Very annoying. 'Cause I nearly killed them.
Hear and obey, for your queen commands you.
Right, come on, John.
Woe unto thee, son of
Fucking head in the head. Exit stage right. Hey, look at that. What a thing.
Behold, Kinslayer, the disgrace of she who was once renowned. Will she be the queen again once they all share
Fucking
her
hit her!
fate?
What's he doing? Fucking hit her! In the face with your side.
For your queen commands you. Attack!
Why are you not fucking hitting her? Oh, you're lying. I was pressing square and it weren't fucking. And he weren't doing nothing. He pulled a Johnny Wilkinson. Oh, my shoulder's sore. Fuck off, Jonathan. Fuck off. Right, I'm gonna eat some rats. You can whinge, John.
I have this thirst for blood.
Alright, that's the only rat you're getting. I can't be bothered.
Woe unto thee, son of Babylon! Ha! Kinslayer, the disgrace of She-Hulk, once renowned. Will she be the queen again once they all share her fate?
Will you fucking hit her?
You killed!
Can you? What's going on with his fucking scythe?
My children, my beloved, die for the...
Right, let's fucking do this.
My blade shall pierce...
Let's do this until he stops attacking us for some reason. Okay, it's against
Behold,
that.
Kinslayer, the disgrace of She-Hulk, was once
Oh,
renowned.
you.
Will she be the
Queen again once they all share her fate.
My children, my beloved, arise and save your queen, my slave. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Fucking kill her now. Jeez. Right, let's fucking... Right, I want to batter you. Right, I'm gonna eat that rat.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Well, you're about to fucking stab an actor in the face, so... Stop whinging.
Woe unto thee, son of Babylon! On guard! Behold, Kinslayer, the disgrace of She-Hulk, was once renowned. Will she be the
Queen again once they all share her fate.
hear and obey? I summon thee, my children of the night. Fight! Save! Fit! Kill!
Will you fucking... Oh!
You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Right, I feel like I'm gonna kill Doris, and that's gonna be the end of this stream, because all that's gonna happen is I'm gonna get annoyed. Right, I'm gonna try and swap his weapon actually. I'm just gonna have to not be shit.
Woe unto
That's
thee,
the only-
son of Babylon! I smell your blood.
You knob.
Behold, Kinslayer, the disgrace of she was once renowned. Will she be the queen again once they all share her fate? My blade shall pierce your fearless heart. Dark, hear and obey, for your queen commands you.
You are really ugly.
Wait. I beg you, wait.
What?
I don't want to die.
And I did not come to kill you, Miss Fletcher.
You've been a dick, though.
Will you spare me then? Save this cadaverous carcass of mine. Does your heart beat a little faster now? You fancy me then,
I
Doctor?
definitely do not.
No, Miss Fletcher. My dead heart will beat for only one.
Ah! Is she pretty? Is she
doesn't-
sweet and tender?
She doesn't
To
have
me,
an arm
yes.
for a face.
Ah! I hate her already.
I know. And this is partly why you must be destroyed.
But you just said.
That I did not come here to kill you, yes. But I realize now the threat you embody must be stopped.
Will I be remembered? Will you?
I had to Google you, so
You
no.
were Doris Fletcher. The greatest actress of her generation. No one can take that from you.
Thank you. And farewell. Ah! Ah! Ah!
Farewell, Doris.
Again, I'm not sure that death had to happen.
Bravo! So dramatic. I love it.
You could have helped really fucking
How
struggling
strange I
there.
seem to find you whenever I'm inquiring about that Skal infestation.
I mean you no harm.
I'm not here for you. But once I put all the pieces of the puzzle together, I'm sure we'll have a little chat, you and me.
Stay away from me, McCullum. You and all your war dogs.
That I can't guarantee, Dr. Reed. but I'll let you go. For now.
I should probably leave the theater right now.
Yeah, you should, because they want to fucking kill you, so...
I cannot enter.
Where are you going?
The West End should be safe now. But London is not. It would be wise to benefit from the Ascalon's protection while I continue my research during the Great Hunt. These people want me dead. I need to leave now.
Escape from the theatre. Now was me going to be fucking hanging around asking if I could get a, gift card or join the membership.
So Doris just needed to be close to her audience to infect them. Contagion through sound. Very interesting.
I mean, you're saying contagious through skin. Did you see the state of her arm? Didn't look like it had very much skin on it at all, really. Second opinion. Who's he gonna go to? Yeah, Jonathan. It's pretty fucking weird. Who's fucking you? Yes. Hey, what's that effing? Oh, there you go. Young man, there you go. Okay.
I'll send you back.
Inconvenienced me. Let's eat a rat and have dreams about it.
This is despicable.
You've literally just been hit in the face by a woman whose arm was red, so stop whinging. Who are you?
Good evening, old chap. Are you all right?
I won't lie to you, Johnny. I'm not well, man.
Do you need medical assistance, Clarence?
It's a little late for visiting hours, don't you think?
Stop whinging.
I will see you later.
If I had the medicine, I'd have still felt bad about giving it to you, because you were being a bit of a knob there.
You need some rest, Clarence. You should try to sleep.
Maybe stop eating out of bins. Once again, to the people who are watching, I appreciate that you're watching. It's always good to have, you know, always good to have confirmation, not just shouting into a void.
Rats. Tasty rats. Those clever rodents are cautious now. They won't approach.
Oh, you'll have to get down Tesco.
Can I help you, Miss Billow? I'm a doctor.
The rats. I need them.
Oh, she's Gollum then.
I must go now. Goodbye, Miss Billow.
Let's see who we can talk to. She's quite fit, so.
Elizabeth, what are you doing here?
I've been formally asked to witness your triumph, my dear. After all, isn't it the natural role of a woman to support her man in victory?
But it's you who insisted I join the Ascalon.
Please forgive my giddiness. I'm just overcome by the thrill of finally being allowed within these hallowed halls.
You certainly have an inquisitive mind. It's quite something. Elizabeth Ashbury, only you can make me smile in these difficult times.
And the same to you, Jonathan Reed. Now go have your little chat with the chairman. I can see he's practically bursting to hear your report.
Lord Redgrave can play with the brave all he wants, but I won't put a foot outside.
Fucking wimp. Steal?
We repel the intruders for now. But how long before they return?
Is that who I'm supposed to speak to? This old man.
Welcome back to the Ascalon Club, Lance-Bearer. Please, tell us the good news. Have you put an end to the epidemic?
My hypothesis was correct. Doris Fletcher was the source of the contagion in this part of town. She was probably the first to be infected.
And you cleansed her before the hunters, I've been told. Well done, Dr. Reed. You thrust your lance and pierced the very heart of the corruption.
She had an arm for the face. Some questions remain, such as why did she have an arm for a face?
But some questions remain.
The important thing is, we won a major battle for the survival of London. For that, we salute you.
Thank you, my lord.
Now, I have another task for you. One of the utmost importance. Perhaps even more so than the previous.
I'm listening.
It's time for you to perform a most sacred duty for the club. I want you to recruit a new vampire.
Recruit a new vampire? Are you sending me on some sort of diplomatic mission?
Not exactly. I want you to make Aloysius Dawson the Ekon he deserves to be.
I'm sorry, but I can't.
Are you questioning my orders?
No. It's just... I'm not sure I'm ready to have another progeny after what happened with my sister.
The rebirth of Aloysius Dawson is a necessary step in our campaign to ensure the safety of London.
How would you like me to proceed?
Aloysius is waiting for you at the Dawson estate. Once the deed is done, I'll join you there to celebrate this momentous occasion.
Well, why don't you just do it then? I have questions. I'm not going to say your word is my command, because my question is, why don't you do it?
Before I go, I have a few questions.
All right, I'm listening.
You invited Lady Ashbury. Wouldn't that be breaking one of your cardinal rules? No women allowed.
Not allowed as members, no. But considering the circumstances, I thought you'd like to have her here to witness your triumph.
So it's a temporary admittance, then?
Something of a bargain, considering the crisis we're currently facing.
How should I proceed? Why can't you do it?
How would you like me to proceed?
Don't worry. Aloysius has had many years to prepare himself. He has studied our kind for decades.
Why don't you do it?
Is there any danger?
Our blood alters a mortal body so deeply that some don't survive the metamorphosis. They die for good. But Mr. Dawson has been preparing himself for a long time.
Almost makes the fact that Jonathan's become a vampire quite absurd.
So shall I just let him drink my blood?
Yes. Aloysius will gratefully sup on your blood. His heart will slow, then stop. But he will rise again as one of us, an immortal.
Again, I don't know why you're not doing it.
Why Aloysius Dawson?
Because he is about to die. And he just may be the most influential man in England. After me, of course.
Did he choose me?
Why
No,
not you?
I did. My decision is very recent, to say the least, but it is entirely mine.
Why not you, then?
Does he know I'm coming?
He can't wait to become your progeny, Dr. Reed. Especially now that you have shown how strong your lineage is through your sister.
Oh, that was a bit of a kick in the balls.
Goodbye, Lord Redgrave.
Alright, let's go do it. It's going to be one of those things where I get there and it's going to be like, nothing can be easy, can it? Nothing can be easy.
Are you all right, Jonathan?
Lord Redgrave has just ordered me to turn Aloysius Dawson. To make him my progeny.
I see. And how do you feel about this?
Why won't he do it?
I'd like your advice on the matter.
The real question here is, why has his lordship given you this task?
Agreed.
Do you think it's some sort of trap?
Do you really want to know what I think about this?
I do, yes.
To make an immortal of a soulless blackguard like Aloysius Dawson will only lead to a disaster for London. The man is already dead inside.
Should I refuse? Perhaps politely suggest that Lord Redgrave turn the man into a vampire himself.
Don't you dare, my dear. According to what I've recently discovered, his lordship could kill you for even broaching the subject.
Really? Why?
I've recently found proof that the Earl of Bristol is of lesser lineage, and only capable of creating skulls.
I have more questions.
Please tell me more about your recent investigation.
As long as you lower your voice.
What would you have me do about Dawson?
The man is dangerous. That is his soul.
Are you sure your information about Redgrave is correct? He says he's the progeny of the great knight William Marshall, who lived some 9 centuries ago.
That's a lie. Lord Redgrave is unable to create anything but skulls, if the poor souls survive at all.
How can you be sure the information was correct?
I made the acquaintance of a most interesting informer while investigating your maker, from whom I learned the truth about Lord Redgrave.
Why so vindictive?
Why so vindictive? You suddenly sound like you're angry.
No, she
Forgive
doesn't.
me, Jonathan. I hate myself for it, but I feel such pride in my discovery. I'm afraid I just can't help it.
Which is?
He, as a token, does truly belong to that legendary knight. But he was never his progeny. His lineage is not so noble.
Well, there you go, that's why he's not doing it. Because he's shit.
What would happen if I made Dawson an Ekon like myself?
You would add a powerful immortal into a suffering world. An immortal who already craves authority.
Maybe I could teach him control, like you taught me. Lead him down the right path.
Mr. Dawson spent his life searching for a way to cheat death. I'm sure he has spent decades dreaming of how he'd spend eternity as a tyrant.
Right.
Goodbye for now, Elizabeth.
Goodbye, my dear. Please, be careful.
You are good looking. What a dilemma. I think so I've got a bit of time to work out what I'm gonna do. Cheers for watching, all three of you. I'm gonna wait for it to load just in case, so it doesn't screw up my hard drive. Subscribe for more gripping content like this. Me waiting. Right, yeah, that's going to be the end of this, I think.